if your girlfriend doesn't respect you, it's most likely your fault. And there are 4 reasons for this. First of all, you're most likely not confident in yourself whatsoever. Let's face it, right? A woman doesn't want someone that doesn't know what their next step is, right? And if it is that you can't even be sure of what your own goals are, why would she be sure and confident in you if you're not confident in yourself? And that leads me to my next point. You can't lead for shit. A woman doesn't want to tell you what to do. That's crazy. You have to be that person that gives her stability, that shows her what the next thing she does is. And you do that by becoming better at giving people a purpose, by giving people things to do and reasons for doing them that leads them to bettering themselves. That's what being a leader is. And the thing is, you already can't lead yourself. You have no discipline. That's what discipline is, leading yourself. And you already can't do that. So why would a woman want to be and trust someone that can't lead himself or lead her? And she's not confident in you. You understand? And my next one is, you want a mother, right? You don't want a girlfriend. You want somebody that could cradle you, that could be there when life is hard, that you could tell all your problems to. That's stupid, right? Maybe you had some mommy issues, maybe you didn't resolve something that you grew up with, whatever. But that's crazy. She doesn't want to be your mother. She wants to be the mother of your children. But you're not giving her that. You are already putting your own emotional burdens on a woman that is not prepared to deal with it, that already has her own problems. That's crazy. Why would you do that to someone? You have to be able to sort yourself out, manage your own self and your own ways of feeling. And all of a sudden, whoa, she feels like she wants to be there for you, because you don't always have to bring your problems to her. You understand? A woman's comfort is a privilege. It shouldn't be what you go to every single day. You understand? That is instability. That's her having to fix a broken man day in and day out. And finally, my next one is, and this is a trap most guys fall into, even if you had all those other points down pat, right? When you get in the relationship, all of a sudden, maybe after a few months, you get comfortable, you lose that edge. And that happens to a lot of guys, especially in marriage, right? When they settle down, they get comfortable. And nothing's wrong with committing. In fact, you should commit to somebody. But the challenge that a lot of guys don't realize, that you have to be able to commit and stay a man, right? A lot of guys, we have that extra testosterone, we have that extra edge and that extra dominance and aggression because we don't have a consistent. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is, because we have a woman, right? We think that we don't have to be as aggressive, be as ambitious, We lose that, even if you don't consciously think that, it happens because you don't need to be, right? And that's where the challenge is staying ambitious, staying a man when you're constantly with a woman. Because let's be face it, right? When you're with a woman all the time, it's easy to take on her traits. Someone that you love, why wouldn't you take on her traits? But you can't do that because a straight woman isn't going to be attracted to a man that's effeminate. She shouldn't be, and even if she does, even if you'll get married, she's not going to respect you as much. When you bring her problems, she's not going to take you seriously, because why would she? You're not a real man. You're a man that you're feminine. You're basically, you're gay, and you could see it. You see it in guys that they have this soft features. They're smiling, they're comfortable, they aren't dominant, they aren't aggressive, they don't like confrontation, right? Are you gonna be that man that protects your woman if somebody comes after her? I'm asking, are you? Something to think about. Thank you so much to everyone that watched to the end. I'm really glad you did. I was on a kind of hiatus from making videos for a while. Life gets in the way. But please like, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And I'll catch you on the next one.